If AB is 20 units, that's this distance here, FE is 12 units, and AF is 9, and DE is 12. Find the lengths of the other two sides, then find the area of the irregular polygon. Well, we know AF is 9 and DE is 12, so that total distance here is going to be made up of those two parts. Remember, we talked about those number bonds. If we have a part that's 12 and a part that's 9, the total is going to be those two added together, which is 21. So BC is 21. Now let's talk about DC. So BC is 21. Let's talk about DC. This is a part, a horizontal part. This is a horizontal part. And this is a horizontal hole. So our hole is 20. One part is 12. What would the other part have to be? Well, I know 12 plus 8 is 20. So DC must be 8. Now to find the area, we want to cut it into shapes that we know how to determine the area of. And I can cut this into two rectangles by splitting it right here. This rectangle right here has dimensions of 8 and 12. So the area of the first rectangle is 12 times 8. It's the base times height. Then the area of the second rectangle is going to be its base, which is 20, and its height, which is 9. Well, 2 times 9 is 18, so 20 times 9 has to be 180. And 12 times 8 is 96. So if I wanted to know the area of the total, I would need to take that first area, which was 96, and the second one, which is 180, and combine them by adding. So 96 plus 180 is 276. And remember, we measured this one in units, so this one will be called units squared. All right, and number 2, DC is 1.9. FE is 5.6. AF is 4.8. And BC is 10.9. I've labeled my horizontal colors in blue and my vertical colors, or my vertical sides, in red. So, if I know that the whole side length is 10.9 and one piece is 4.8, the other piece that's missing has to add 4.9 and this piece to get to 10.9. So 4.8 plus 6.1 makes 10.9, which means DE must be 6.1. Now for the horizontal distances, here and here and here. The two that we already have are the parts, and we're looking for the whole. So when you add 5.6 and 1.9, you get 7.5, which is the length for AB. We can cut this rectangle the same way, or we can cut it up and down. So there's several different ways that you can cut this to find its area. Either way, you should still get the same total area. So the area of the one on the left, I'm going to call the first one, is a 4.8 by 5.6. The area of the second one has a base of 1.9 and a height of 10.9. Remember, you only use half for a triangle, and since these are both rectangles, we just need to multiply them out and then add them together. I'm going to use some space on the side just as my scratch work. Six times 8 is 48. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 more is 44. Don't forget about your place value spacer. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 more makes 22. My question has 2 decimal places, so my answer needs 2 decimal spots, which is 26.88 centimeters squared. Now we're going to do the second piece. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 8 more. And 9 times 1 is 9. Spacer. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up, and we get 1, 7, carry your 1, 0, carry your 1, and 2 decimal places. So 20.71 centimeters squared. The total is 26.88 plus 20.71, which is equal to 8 plus 1 is 9. 7 plus 8 is 15. And then 6 plus 1 is 7, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So it should come out to 47.59 centimeters squared for our total.